What it do? What it do? Welcome back to episode 10 of Knowledge Exchange. I don't even know if I should be keeping count because if y'all keeping up, y'all should know what episode this is, regardless. But if you don't, and this your first time tuning in, I am way too smooth, and this is my co-host.
B Mahoney, what's going on with y'all, man? Thank y'all for
For sure,
watching.
for sure. And once again, like I said, this is episode 10, man. We got 10 of them. You
Yeah, hey,
know, from where we started, little hiccups along as far as like my bad. As far as business go, like people being busy, holidays and all that kind of stuff.
yeah, for sure.
But hey, we hit the double digits, bro.
Yeah, man.
That's progress. That's success.
We
I don't
getting
know how
there.
many people will keep going, you know what I mean? And all we ask for is for the people that's being entertained, being educated, being informed to start
Most
sharing
definitely.
more. Start. Don't be afraid to engage and comment. We all here. We comment back. We show love back. Um,
Most definitely.
and if you got something that you feel we should touch, pause. If you got something that you feel like we should talk about, that was about to be crazy, bro. No Diddy. But if,
Hey,
but if we
no
got
Diddy.
if y'all got something that y'all feel like we should talk about, hey man, just leave it in the comments. Send us a DM. Don't send me a DM. I'll take that back. Leave it in the
I'll take
comments.
it again. Y'all can hit me up. Let me know. I'll run it by Brody. We'll figure it out.
Yeah,
Don't
send him the
bother
DM.
me. But if you got an idea, you can send an idea. Don't bother me. I love y'all, but don't bother me.
Hey, it be like that sometimes. Some people be having a lot on their mind. They want to
Yeah,
personally
yeah.
exchange knowledge, and it's like, bro, it's not the time for that, bro. I do got business hours. But
Facts.
this week, right now I'm down in the southwest in a whole nother region. You know what I mean?
Yeah, man.
About 2 hours behind if you don't know about time zone changes and everything. But yeah, so it's about, you know, whatever time it is there, I ain't keeping up with it. I gotta watch, but I ain't got it on world settings. But
Yeah. It
either
should be
way it
about
go,
six for you.
yeah, we about 2 hours behind, so
Yeah,
whatever
yeah.
that is. So today's episode, we're gonna keep it fun, we're gonna keep it light, but as a man,
Yeah.
I came across something. I think it was on the Shade Room, Baller Alert, or one of the two.
Okay.
Um, so Jeezy, formerly known as Young Jeezy, always known as the Snowman,
Yeah, yeah.
this guy has been going through a divorce for the last, I believe, year
Mhm.
or so, and it came out recently,
Roughly, yeah.
roughly a year. Okay, so
Yep.
it came out recently that Jeezy's ex-wife has only let him see his daughter 8 times so far this year.
Mhm.
In the midst of their custody battle and whatnot, he also says that he don't know what state she lives in or where she resides. Basically, he has no like they confirmed it. His ex-wife cut off all contacts with him.
Mhm.
It's also alleged, and we gonna this is just for context purposes. It's
Yeah.
also been alleged that in court documents that it was a little bit of domestic violence going on, domestic abuse, whichever word you feel is tolerable or more appropriate for this topic. But in the court documents, it says that there was allegedly domestic abuse or domestic violence going on within their situation. Now, as a father,
Mhm.
as a man, I'm not going to throw another man under the bus or what I mean, like bring another man down or whatnot. So the whole domestic violence, domestic abuse thing, I'm not really concerned about that because I think we spoke on that last week, right? Last episode. How we
Mhm.
felt about, so y'all should know where we stand on that.
Yeah, yeah,
So if it comes out and he's like I guess not charged, but it's confirmed that that did happen, then we'll talk about it then. But
Yeah.
for the most part, what is confirmed and what is actively going on is she's keeping him away from his daughter.
Mm-hmm.
I have a daughter, and bro has a
So
daughter. And as much as I love my daughter, like I've been away from her for probably like the last 4 days or whatnot.
yeah,
I miss my twin, you know what I mean? So
yeah, for sure.
just giving her them calls and having them talks with her is like it makes my day better. It changes my mood. It gives me more of a purpose and reminds me of what I'm doing it for. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So the question to you is, how do you feel about women in general,
Okay.
and maybe even specifically her in this situation, but women in general going through all these lengthy ways of keeping fathers out of
Mm.
their children life or yeah kids life. How do you feel about that?
Man, I'm I'm partly bias ain't the word. I'm impartial. Well, no, maybe that ain't the word either. I'm kind of neutral because for me, it really just come down to individual circumstances and situations. So
Okay.
with the one in particular, the main topic being Jeannie Mai and Jeezy. Of course, we don't know these people personally, whatever. Big fan of Jeezy, always have been, always will be. But I think what it sounds like is it sounds like her feelings are hurt, right? I don't really want to put it on her, but my thing is I did read a little bit about that topic too. I seen a bunch of different documents. He's made a lot of posts on Instagram. He's been very vocal about the situation and how he feels about it. And I think the last major thing I seen was something about her saying, "Oh, he has guns around or whatever," right? But that's always been the case. So because you're not around, now all of a sudden it's no longer safe. That doesn't make sense. Like you can't use that card. Um, I don't know what caused them to separate to whatever, but I feel like I'm a firm believer in no matter what's going on with the parents, the child should get the love of both parents. Like I can't really make it no more simpler than that. I think that's just kind of where I'm at with it. I feel like especially and these are and let me be a little more specific because there's a lot of kids having kids now. Those aren't the people I'm talking about. I'm talking full blown grown adults. I'm talking about age wise, mentality wise, like the whole encompassness of an adult, not somebody that's 19 and they got baby mama drama. And that ain't what I'm talking about. You hopefully there's a village there to help in those situations. But these two people
Sure.
are very grown, very capable of being able to handle this situation, and not only from experience, be it personal or indirect, and then just from what I'm seeing, a lot of times when situations like this happen, it be way too many emotions involved and not enough common sense. So whether it's male or female. Typically, it does tend to be women who are more emotional. They feel hurt, played, betrayed, left, done wrong, whatever. And they tend to take that and be like, well, you don't know how to treat me or you don't love me. So I don't even want to give you a chance to love our child. That type of stuff ain't cool. You know what I'm saying? And then on the flip side, if you do something bogus as a man and the woman decides she no longer wants to be with you, you don't treat your child no less. And I think that needs to be said louder than what needs to be said about the women. Because men, honestly, hey, some of y'all be way too quick to because you can't get the little cruder cat. You don't want to deal with your son or your daughter no more, and that's foul. You feel me?
They be
Like
looking for their way out.
I'm just calling it what it is. You know, here at the
Yeah.
Knowledge Exchange, we don't play favors. We play spades, and we call a spade a spade. You feel me? And I think a lot of dudes move like that, but I think equally there's a lot of women who make those type of emotional decisions and like play that game. And I don't think it's cool. You know what I'm saying? I've seen Jeannie Mai. You know, I used to watch her talk. I ain't ashamed to say it. Whatever. Um, I don't know nothing about that lady, but I do remember her saying a quote about black men was like her side thing. Like she wasn't even really into us. You know what I'm
Mm.
saying? You didn't want to give your husband, who was a white man, kids, but you got with a black man who's more like a delicacy for you. Gave him a child, and however that went, you know, like I said, I ain't into the business. This ain't no gossip show, but again, just based off the information I got, it seemed like there was a lot of culturally, two different lifestyles. Um, and I think when people who I said this before, when two strangers meet and they come from two different worlds, it is harder for those worlds to merge than people who meet who are already on the same page. And
This is
I
true.
and I think that is so overlooked when it comes to the dating world. See, a lot of people think they want this or think they want that until you realize how different or how hard it is to manage, maintain, tolerate, deal with, adjust to, adapt to, you know, and it's different. Like it'd be different,
Do
you
you think
know.
it's a sense of fetishizing?
Um,
They don't they gotta like, and I'll put this in context. And this could be like a quick sidebar, I guess, because during the NFL draft, right, you see
mhm,
these black boys who grew up. Most of them grew up in
yeah,
impoverished areas. They grew up poor or whatever. You know, they
yeah,
went through life
poverty stricken.
broke. Yeah, exactly. They went
Yeah,
through life broke. Well, maybe not so much broke, but they went through life having to work harder than the other culture, the white people. You just keep it
yeah,
like that. And then they get to college because they're good at something. They get this scholarship or they get accepted to this predominantly white institution
mhm,
where once they get there, they finally, I guess, feel accepted by
yeah,
the other race. And then I end up with this white girl who probably grew up in Scottsdale, Arizona, or something like some
yeah,
kind
yeah,
of
yeah.
Mequon or whatever, some good community who don't know nothing about their struggle, they past, what they deal with police, and none of that, what they had to go through, or nothing like that. Don't understand why he don't like
Uh-huh.
ramen noodles. You know what I mean?
Right.
You see them at the draft. He get drafted. He got a white girlfriend, and from there we kind of I got a thought process on that. But I guess the question is because this black man wasn't around these white women growing up, and because he got to this level where they coming at him or whatnot, they're accessible to him. Do
Mhm.
you feel like it's because of fetish that they connect to them, or do you feel like I mean, like sometimes you got to know some of them is real love and real emotion, but
Yeah.
do you feel like the overall, like in general, do you feel like it's more of a fetish for black men to get with white women? And I probably took a long way to ask that question, but
No,
you
you
know, that's
good. You
probably the
good. You
reason I asked
good.
it.
I'm not sure if it's a fetish more so than it's just experience, bro. I think there are some men who I think people. First of all, people are attracted to whoever they're attracted to. I don't knock that, right? I don't
Okay.
knock that, but I think what it comes down to because you can like a woman and be attracted to women that aren't black, like you just like
Yeah.
women. Now, when it comes to who you prefer to be with or build with or have a family with, that's a whole different story. But
Okay.
you could walk through the mall and see a fine Asian girl, a fine white girl, a fine black girl, a fine mixed girl, like that because you're attracted to women. So if she's beautiful, right?
Okay.
But who you choose to build with, I think is more so not a fetish, but I think it comes down to connection. And some, you know what? I say it's like 90% connection and then 10%. Maybe it is the idea of having something different, you know.
Okay.
5% having some different, 5% experience. Because
Okay.
some guys have had bad experiences with the women that they've dealt with, whether it be used, taken advantage of, not taken serious, not being supported, and those things have come from Black women. Not saying, but that doesn't mean all Black women are like that. It's just so happened that the ones you've ran into, you've probably had negative situations with. I could take it a step further to say you may or may not be narrowing your window of who will make you happy by only focusing on one thing. Now, I know some families have that keep the bloodline pure thing, and it's unspoken rules, but it's like, you might meet an Asian girl. She might like you. You ain't gonna never meet her family. She ain't gonna never take you serious. Y'all might fool around, have some fun, but eventually she gonna get out of there because she can't take you home. So not to be long-winded, pardon the body, not to be long-winded, I'm gonna just say this. To circle back around, when it comes to family situations, whether it's Jeezy and Jeannie, whether it's Kevin and Keisha, the kids don't deserve to have to suffer for what y'all go through. If there's no harm being done, if both parents, and I'm very specific on this, real adults, real parents, y'all handle whatever y'all got to handle. We ain't got to be cool to make sure this baby grow up and be successful. We don't have to like each other. And then it gets easier because as the child get older, we don't even have to communicate. I can call my daughter and see what she need, what she want, what she want to do. I don't need to talk to you.
True enough.
So there you go, my brother.
So I feel like because when you said to keep the bloodline pure thing,
Yeah.
I'm like
That's a very
I'm like
it's one of those rules that
75%. Go ahead.
No, my bad. I was just saying it was one of those rules that we all know exist, but unless you actually hear it, you can't really prove it. But we know that it exists though.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying. I'm like 75, 80% Dr. Umar and like 20% We Are the World on that situation.
Yeah.
So like
Hey, I don't know.
I guess my whole thing is like I don't really care who people date and all that. I just feel
Yeah, same.
like when it comes to like athletes specifically,
Yeah.
and this how I view it. Like I said, you work your whole life going through whatever you went through. You got good at something, one of the best at it in the world and stuff. So you get an opportunity to get drafted by the white man. The white man give you this nice contract. You got this white lady that you with. Y'all get married. Y'all had kids. You get your contract. You do good and all that. Let's say you make 100 million or whatever. Um, things don't go right.
Yeah.
She get tired of being home alone and stuff. Next thing you know, or you retire or something, and then the money probably funny, and then she divorced you, and then you
Right.
left with like let's say 20 million or whatever. She done took 50 million from you or whatever, and then she went to go marry Peter.
Right.
So in my mindset, it's like basically, bro, you got finessed and you was alone, bro. Like the money that you got was alone because it was good while you was playing. It helped you take care of whatever you was taking care of, but you gave it back to that culture, and you funded that whole lifestyle now. And
Yeah.
whatever Peter and her become, and whatever if they have another child and all that, and like his side of the family rich, and does he done got with her? Like, so it's like I know what to do with this nigga. We gonna get our money back. And like that's like part of my
Right.
thinking. I know it's not right, but in the same sense, we see it all the time, right? Where
Yeah.
these black men be damn near dead going through it, and somebody done ran off with their bag. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? So that's what I like to connect everything together. The Jeannie Mai not really wanting to liking black men or whatever, but kind of
Yeah.
having a fetish of them for this on the side or whatever.
Yeah.
And then you get this whole interracial situation where it's kids involved, hearts are broken, emotions is
Mm.
at a high, and all this, and money gets lost or whatever in the midst. You got
Yeah.
athletes going through the same thing. So I kind of thought it was like, and then them kids do be young, like you said, like the difference is the Jeannie Mai and Jeezy situation. Them capable adults, like you said, and the other one that I'm being kind of tough on right
Yeah,
now, them teenagers. You know what I'm saying? So like
yeah,
that's why I respect what you said. You get what I'm saying? When you
yeah,
made
yeah,
that
yeah.
differential, when you differentiated the two. Yeah,
I
so
think that's
I
important.
respect that. Yeah.
I think that's important. And then like you said, like you just brought up, like with the Jeannie Mai thing, like black men to her were the forbidden fruit. It's like you want it, but you don't want to really hold on to it. Like you got to think, bro. Like because like I say, I was watching her show. Like I've heard her say these type of things. I've heard her say she don't want kids. She never wants to have kids. Woo out the bam. And then you got with my man's, my man's 100 grand, and then that changed or whatever. A part of me feel like cool, and that means it's something about him that made you feel that some type of way. That's a beautiful thing, to
That's
bring
what's
a
up.
life into the world and do all that. Like I commend that, I respect that. My only thing is when you can't have your way with things or whatever. Because I don't know what, like I say, I don't know what all went on. I don't know if there was infidelity, abuse, whatever. I'm not gonna speak on none of that. But however y'all decide to go from here to this, what y'all created, y'all should both still hold on to. You see what I'm saying? You shouldn't
Yeah,
think you're not more important than he is. He ain't more important than you are.
for sure.
Like him even trying to get full custody. I don't know why. I'm not saying that he
Yeah,
shouldn't because I don't know why, but I feel like, bro, that's a daughter. She needs to be around her mom too. I'm very stingy when it comes to my daughter.
yeah.
I hate to admit it, but I am. But
I'm
I
the
have
same
to.
way, bro. I'm the same
Yeah.
way. I
But
got
it's
like
like,
for me, it's protect that smile, protect her innocence.
yeah, yeah,
Don't clip
it's
her
different.
wings, type shit. Yeah,
It's different, and so I mean, I don't know. I think, and then it's hard for me to really talk from experience because I ain't never had to go through that. You know what I'm saying?
yeah.
I co-parent extremely well. You know what I'm saying? My daughter, up until recently, was living with me for like the last 3.5 years. So I've, when they say that we don't exist, I just laugh and keep going. You know,
Hey, you know, a study came out that
because I
said
know better. But
more. You know, a study came out that said there are more fathers in the home now. We've been
I,
there.
yeah, we've been there. Y'all, they
Like, what
wanted us
you?
to believe that we weren't. They wanted us to believe that we less than, that we're not taking care of our own the same way these other races is. But fact of the matter is, there's poverty within every race. There's murder. There's kidnappings. All these things happen in every race. You know what it is? It's called proximity. So if you're in
Yeah.
an area that's predominantly black, and that's what the news is reporting on, that predominantly black area, it does look like the white people aren't getting killed, aren't getting shot by police, aren't robbing, aren't stealing, aren't breaking into houses, aren't stealing cars. The reality is they're doing it, if not on a higher level, it's just not being reported to us.
For sure. And
Milwaukee
that's
isn't
crazy.
worse than Milwaukee isn't worse than Chicago. You just only hear about Milwaukee news.
Yeah.
Chicago only hears about Chicago news. It's a hood. I guarantee you, it's somewhere in New Mexico right now. I guarantee you, they out there thugging. We don't know about it. We're not there. It's not our business.
You know what I'm saying? Hey, just like what was that? Paid in full. No, no, no. Belly.
Belly, when you get to
Just
Nebraska,
like Belly. Yeah.
you think
Ain't no
when you
niggas
think
in
of Nebraska,
Nebraska.
you think of probably snow mountains, maybe some Native Americans. You don't realize
Corn,
that it's a hood.
farmland. Yeah.
It's a hood everywhere. Cats is trying to get money everywhere. People is killing, robbing, doing stuff they ain't got no business doing. It's happening everywhere. But because of proximity, why are you watching your local news? Why do you think you need to hear about what's going on in Wichita, Kansas? You don't.
Yeah, because
They
it's not gonna directly affect you.
No, it doesn't. No more than what. No more than. And if that's your pride and joy, if you from a place and you feel like, oh, it's dangerous here, yeah, cool, like whoop de doo. But at the same time, it's kind of like, don't think you're better or you're worse or more dangerous than anywhere else. You get caught slipping anywhere, it's over with. Yo, landmine ain't less power. Just the landmine in Wichita go boom, just like the one in Milwaukee.
That's a fact,
It's,
man.
it's, it's equal destruction. You know what I'm saying? So to bring that full circle, it comes down to like people got to be smarter with who they tend to, especially people who live in the light, so to speak. Like young
Yeah.
homie, what's his name, Jalen Green or whatever. I don't think that was a smart move, but I mind my business.
Oh
Congratulations
yeah,
on
yeah,
bringing.
yeah, yeah.
Congratulations on
No,
the
he
new
he
life.
had like he had
Me
like more than
personally,
one on the way, just for context, people.
yeah, but that one, bro, you the same age as her son. You tweaking. That was not smart because you already know what she on. She's not real with. She ain't finna be real with you.
Mm.
Very slim chance. She ain't finna be
Hey,
real with you.
listen,
But again, certain
she gonna
things
be
ain't my
60
business.
years
But whether it's
old
my business,
getting child
yeah, my thing,
support. Paul, I mean,
yeah,
like, yeah,
you got to
not
think,
no
bro.
pause, but yeah.
No, you right though. Like you got to think, bro. Excuse me. Somebody, what have we seen different from a lot of the like people a clown? They still talk about Russell Wilson and whatever, but him and Sierra is happy, bro. At least as far
Yeah.
as we know, right? But but they call a man a square. Do all this. They still talk about Sierra half man, half amazing, all this other,
Man, who
you feel
started that, man? That was crazy, bro.
no one knows
That
who
was
started that,
crazy,
but she went through all these relationships, and this is why I say that, because as much as we can sit here and say, oh, women be emotional and all that, you got to think. Imagine we got to put it on the flip side. That girl went through whatever she went through with men prior to her in the limelight, in the business. Then she gets somebody that treat her right. We call him a goofy. That don't make sense. Well, how else he supposed to treat her? Like they did, he supposed to dog out too. That what we respect as men nowadays? That don't make no sense.
and you know what's even more. This is more ridiculous than anything. It wasn't like she was carrying like kids from every relationship she was in to the next
Exactly.
relationship. You know what I'm saying? She had that situation with Future, got out of it with a child, but she was
Yeah.
older in age. Once again, she
Mhm.
wasn't 19, 18, young adult. She was at least, I think, 30 something, I believe.
Yeah. Or late 20s.
Maybe if not just hitting. I don't even know. I think she was over 30.
I don't even know how
Because
old
she
she is.
can't.
Yeah.
Yeah, so same here, bro. She was in that she was in that age range. For all I know, she wasn't no teenager. She wasn't young like that.
Exactly.
So with that being said, she meet a mature man. You know what I'm saying? He's not no youngin either. You know what I'm saying? I don't. They probably let me. Right now I'm about to look up their age. Right?
Russell and Sierra.
Yeah, he 35.
Sierra only a year older than us. You say she
She
35 or he 35?
uh he 35 and she 38. She's 38.
Oh, so she's older than him. Okay.
Yeah. So that I mean, in the same breath, like I was saying, they were
Yeah.
both mature. So she had
Yeah.
a child when she was mature. She met him when she was mature. He was mature where he was a career man. So like, how could you
Yeah.
knock that? You know what I mean? The man probably had an empty house and made filled his house with love, dog. You
Yeah.
know what I
I
mean?
think.
So like, I mean, we ain't gonna know every issue they go through, and if they do go through anything, they do a great job of keeping it private. I
Mhm.
respect that. And, he's a good role model. You know what I mean? Like everybody got flaws. We don't know how he is with the camera off and all that. He might be a diva, but what that got to do with me? You know what I'm saying? That's like I ain't got to deal with it. But at the
Yeah.
end of the day, fam, we can't continue to knock people for making their decisions
Yeah.
when
Most definitely.
they mature enough to handle the consequences. You get what I'm saying? Like now to to have a counterpoint to that, I was watching something where a 19
Okay.
year old they had asked this 19-year old what's her idea of a first date or whatever,
Mhm.
and she was like, let's do something fun, like go to Top Golf and or go to K9 whatever action or something like that, which is like some kind of amusement park or action park or whatever.
Yeah.
And she said, yeah, she said because going to dinner is boring. And I was thinking to myself, like, you're 19 years old. How many dates have you been on for you to say going to dinner is boring, fam? Like, where
I ain't
does
gonna lie.
these expectations start, fam? You know what I mean? Like, where does it start? You know? And like, I'm not saying I don't agree with her, but I'm just saying, like, where the experience come from? Were you able to say that, though? Go ahead.
I don't disagree, bro.
I'm not saying she wrong, but I'm saying she wrong for the age. I mean, like, for that age, okay. Here's another point. I was at a McDonald's and this girl was complaining about her boyfriend not taking her on dates, and it was Valentine's and he didn't get her no flowers. She about to break up with him. The girl's 17, bro, and I'm like, fam,
Okay.
you're 17. What 17-year-old young man is even able to take a girl anywhere unless he's really on this job, bro? So like,
Yeah.
I feel like the expectations exceed the experience. Like some people just want to like jump out the window and just get to, you know what I mean? Like meet somebody. I mean, I guess though the girl probably likes to date older men. You know what I mean? Like that probably could pay for her entertainment or whatnot. I just felt
Yeah.
like it was kind of like unfair to guys in her age group compared to Sierra, where she made decisions, she lived her life, made a decision, had a child. She's capable of doing what she got to do. So whatever her expectations is, based off her experience in life, how could you knock her? But go ahead, bro. You had a disagreement. I would love to hear
No, it's not necessarily a disagreement. It's more so like of an understanding. Because one thing we all know about experience, you don't necessarily have to go through something to learn about something. You know, they say the wise man learns from other people's mistakes. You know, the smart man learns from his own mistake. You know, if I see you keep trying to go through this wall and you keep breaking your arm, breaking your nose, breaking the finger, I'm not finna turn around and think, oh, let me try to go through the wall. So I ain't gonna cap like dinner is cool for like after y'all had a little fun. I'm not gonna lie, cause you gotta eat, right? But
it.
I'm not gonna cap, bro. I don't like that for any age group, like because you can sit and you can talk, you can do whatever, you know. But let's go have some fun, though. No one wants to sit at a dinner table for 2 hours and just get interrogated back and forth. That's we could do this at the crib. I can just invite you over. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Well,
yeah.
me personally, because I cook, but you know,
But
but
no,
like,
no, 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 no. You got you. I'm gonna stop you right there because what were you able to do at 19 years old? The
bro,
19-year-old
I've
version
been
of you
cooking.
needs to speak.
I've been
I need
cooking
to
since
hear the 19-year-old version of you
I've,
talk right
I'm,
now.
I'm, I've been cooking since I was 12. I'm
Okay,
not exaggerating. Everything I could do now, I could do then.
okay. So at
You know,
19,
I could cook, bro. I was,
no, no, no. Skip the cooking. At 19, he don't
Mhm.
want to go out to Applebee's for the 2 for 20. He wants you to take her to Action Sport in Kenosha
well,
or
honestly,
Top Golf or like Milwaukee ain't no Top Golf in Wisconsin. You got to go out your way to get there. I mean, we got
well, you
Lux
got
now,
luck
but
now. Yeah,
yeah,
you
but
got luck now.
I mean, it's things
But
to
but
do.
here's my thing. You still got an arcade room. You go bowling,
Up, down, and shit.
baseball tag, rock climbing. Hell, sometimes, bro, it's just good to be outside. You ain't even gotta go nowhere
Okay.
to spend some money. Like you could be outdoors. Let's just do an activity. You like walking. You like let's try fishing. Let's some girls are athletes. Oh, you play tennis. All right, look, I'm finna get on the court. Let's just see. You just have fun. You show interest in what they and something that they like. Y'all go freshen up. All right, cool. We done worked up an appetite. Now, okay, let's go to the Applebee's or the Cheesecake Factory or the Outbacks or wherever you end up, right? But if the date only, like for example, taking a girl on a movie date that you haven't already been with, this is a terrible idea. You're not really spending any time actually getting to know her. You
That's
sitting there
true.
looking at the screen, y'all not talking, y'all hardly interacting. It's like that's a terrible idea for a first, second, or third date. A movie is a terrible idea, bro.
So, but okay, so look, this is what we need to hear because at the end of the day, I don't feel like these young men, these boys becoming men, even have an idea of what they're supposed to do with a woman or with a girl. You know what I mean? I I feel like a lot of them are awkward. You know what I mean? Because from my observance, it just be
Yeah,
like a lot of unspoken miscommunication going on back and forth between like the young man and the young woman nowadays, where like I said, that expectation versus the reality may not be equal. It may not meet, fam. You might like this boy, he look good and all this stuff as a lady. You see him at school, but outside of school, he ain't really like that. You know what I'm saying? And like, are you gonna? I want to go out and I really like you, but it just sit there and pout because he you and you got him, but y'all don't do nothing, or are you gonna, you know what I mean, like sacrifice looks and get what you want as far as life experience go? But I don't feel like a
right.
lot of young men know, you know what I'm saying? Like you just said, movie date is a bad idea. Why is it a bad idea for? Because you're not connecting with her on the first date. You
Yeah,
really just you y'all both probably just laughing at that, gonna get in the car or get on a bus, do a recap, and you know what I'm saying? Maybe get a pretzel or something to eat, or popcorn or something. Who knows, man? You know what I'm saying? But like, I don't feel like nobody teaching these young men how to date, and that's probably why the some of these women got these high expectations.
well,
You know
too,
what I'm
then
saying?
you gotta get to know the person. I think women try to. It's a two-way street, right? Because women like to for some reason women like to believe that men can read minds. I'm not finna guess. I'm gonna ask you what you like. You're gonna tell me, and then we're gonna figure it out. We're gonna go from there. Like I'm not finna sit here and play. Oh, I hope she likes this. Now, certain things like flowers, maybe a perfume, or you know, maybe a gift or something, I may, try to pick up on some things or whatever the case may be. But yeah, these are things that you gotta be taught. You know what I'm saying? And you can't be scared to, bro, just ask. Hey, this is what I'm thinking about doing. Are you into this? Because then you try to be spontaneous, you spend your money, she don't have a good time, you never see her again. Bro, just
Yeah, you
ask.
gotta learn how to court.
Yeah, just ask. I would rather know exactly what you want and make sure I plan the best version of that than to guess and then have you not enjoy yourself.
That's a
It just,
fact,
I mean,
man.
you would think, that you would think that's just the smarter thing to do. And women have to also be, a lot of women aren't really that appreciative nowadays. Everybody's looking at what can be done better. And yeah, that's true. I get that. I think everybody has those moments where they like, I get it, right? But when you're dealing with somebody, especially in the dating stage or the courting phase, rather, where somebody's trying to actively get to know you, show appreciation. You know what I'm saying? Especially if you give a man your number, you take time to talk to him, things like that. As I'm talking, what this remind me of? I just seen a reel probably maybe a day or two ago, and it was like life would be so much easier if people just kept it 100. So what happened was the dude pulled up. He was, kind of dressed for the night. The girl got in more in comfortable clothes. And he was like, you kind of dressed down for the date. She was like, yeah, I'm just here for the free meal. He like, oh, so you must be giving them cheeks up at the end of the night. She like, nah. He pulled over. All right, well, I think this is your stop. Have a nice day. She was like, thank you for your time. She got out.
That's respectable. I can
Let's keep it
respect
real.
that.
Because
Yeah.
that's what's happening. And when I seen it, I was like, it made with your reaction the same way. It was like a couple ha-has, and I'm like, but that's really kind of what it need to be, especially nowadays. Like, look, you what you want? Okay, what am I gonna get? all right, cool. Either we can make it work. Either this a fair transaction, or you know what? Nice knowing you. I'll holler at you later. I ain't finna waste your time. You ain't finna waste mine. Good day. No harm done. No foul. Ain't no beefing. Now it ain't no bitter baby mamas. No bitter baby. That we avoided all that because everybody laid it out on the table right there from the jump. I came to get a free meal. I don't mind paying for your food, but you coming to spend the night and we gonna do that thing. Now I ain't with that. Cool. You can get out.
Yeah,
Ain't no free
'cause
food
that's what
over
I'm.
here.
That's really what I'm on. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, but I
Well,
like that
and
just
see,
goes
that's the
into what you
thing. The
said, court,
indication
bro.
is that ain't necessarily what it gotta be.
It don't.
Yeah, that ain't
But
necessarily
it's
what it gotta
just
be. I'm
it's that
probably
ebb and flow. It's that ebb and flow.
yeah, I'm probably okay with going out for dinner and had you not came out dressed down, if you came out like the date really meant something to you, I'm cool with paying for the dinner. I'm cool with dropping you back off and going home for the night and texting you, oh, I had a great time, woo, woo, woo.
Yeah.
But once I think once men start to feel like, I think men, once they start to feel like, okay, and then there's some men who just don't care. Like, I got it, I'm bored anyway, or I was gonna go eat anyway, or I would have went and had some drinks anyway.
I'm kind of one of those guys. Like,
Yeah, I get it. I get it. It's
you know
like,
what
you
I
know
mean?
what? Even if I don't get nothing out of this, you know what? I forget it. I got the company good enough. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? I'm cool with that. Like I don't knock that. I don't knock that at all. But I think that also that kind of fuels. See, your intentions is different from her. She think in
Yeah.
her head, she thinking she getting over. Whole time you like, I really could have did this without you, but I rather look at some eye candy than to stare around and look at everybody else gauge and have googly eyes for each other. You feel me? At least I
Yeah.
got something there. Like I get it. It's like it is what it is. But it's and I don't think it's just generational. This has been going down since time before time.
Oh
You
hell
feel me?
yeah.
Like
Oh hell yeah.
the meeting of the two, it's gonna be some that fit well together. It's gonna be some that's crooked. It's gonna be some that people try to force. And whatever results you get from whatever route you take, that's just what it is. Now, can we be more conscious of those routes we take so we can get more sure results of things? Most definitely. Should we be more conscious of that? Most definitely. And pay attention to the signs, man. You know when somebody really got your back. You know when somebody really care about what you care about. Pardon the noise in the back if y'all can hear it. You know if somebody really riding for you the way that you would ride for them. Just pay attention to the signs, man. Don't allow yourself to don't allow yourself to end up in situations or have to deal with people that you kind of know ain't right for you. You feel me?
And I'm gonna
So
say
I,
this. I'm gonna say this for all the young men out there that feel like, damn, why she don't notice me, or feel like, man, we done been out a few times and it don't seem like it's going nowhere.
yeah,
I'm gonna tell you this. Just listen to me. You just not that into you, bro.
yeah, and that's
We
okay.
just we gotta learn to accept the things that we do not want in our lives, man. And not
And
saying like anything that's harmful. I'm saying things that, hey, if it ain't gonna work out for me, let it go. Cause like you don't want to be in a
yeah,
situation where he called you on a late night because randomly, and then next thing you know, y'all got a baby on the way. And she was never into you for real. So like Jeannie Mai and Jeezy. To bring it all the way back home, man. Which would you rather, my nigga? You know what I'm saying? Like, would you rather be a baby dad who had one night with a woman
yeah,
that you like and now she a headache for the rest of your life?
yeah,
Or would you rather avoid that situation and get with a woman that you can actually build and connect with?
yeah,
You know what I'm
yeah.
saying? And like a lot
And
of
I
people
wanted to
choose fun. So a lot of people choose what they want over what they need. Go ahead, bro.
I wanted to piggyback off something you said too. Also, and this go for men and women, be aware, of just like people's good at faking, man. Like for real. So like you said, like she ain't calling you back. she won't text you, but the moment you say, "Hey, let's go eat," or "Hey, you want to hit the mall," she all of a sudden got time for you. Pay attention to those type of things, man. And don't be afraid to walk away. Oh, she might be bad, she might be cute, or he might be handsome, he might be popular, whatever the case may be. It's okay, bro. Like, it's 9 billion people on Earth. I guarantee you will be all right. And this is more so to young people. Adults, I feel like most of us, in
We know
somewhere
what the hell
form,
going on.
know it. We know it,
Yeah,
but whether we act on it is whatever. But at least we know. I don't think a lot of
yeah,
young people realize that. I think a lot of young people see social media, bro. We didn't grow up, and our lives wasn't all on Facebook, and we
yeah.
didn't have to. What they was doing on the other side of town. If I didn't know y'all, it didn't matter what y'all had going on. It didn't
For
matter
real.
what you and your girl was doing, or where y'all went, or what you bought her. Nobody saw it.
Yeah,
It didn't matter. It wasn't a comparison. And now I think these kids, man, with social media is like, what's the movie Fast and Furious? Social media is like God's eye, bro. You see some of everything, and it makes people feel insignificant. It makes people feel like they're not enough. It makes some people feel like they more than what they are. You know, and it's crazy, bro. And it's a weird time, but I got faith in the young people, man, because people had the people before us, they had to have faith in us in order for most of us to get to where we needed to
that's a
be and
fact.
learn some of the stuff we needed to learn. And I can't speak for nobody else, but it's not an easy road for a lot of us. You go through relationships, especially once you get in high school. You think, oh man, that's it. I got the girl I wanted, and then 2 weeks later, it's like, I see, if only the homie them knew, if only bro them over there knew, he mad at me because she talking to me and not answering his phone call. Bruh, it ain't what you think it is. She just look good. She ain't got nothing else going on.
Man, dog. Like, bro. I
Like, bro,
remember one
you
time
you
I was, I
you you
was, I
literally,
was.
you and your homies trying to J down on y'all, really want to jump me. Y'all coming from another school trying to come catch me leaving my school because I got the girl you want to talk to. Whole time, bro. If you really, bro, if only you knew. If only you knew.
Yeah, this shit light. You know what I mean?
Yeah, bro, you doing all this,
Yeah.
man. Come on now. But like I say, like I want the young people, men and women, like, just grow, and it's okay. I'm not saying you can't do that with other people. Sometimes it's okay to share roots and become a little stronger and get a little taller, and then once you grow, sometimes those roots, they do grow apart again, and they need their own separate nourishment and things like that. One thing that I don't like, one thing that I have a hard time trusting personally, is when somebody can't make and keep friends,
Yeah.
because and I don't know if that's just a me thing or coming from the type of environment that I come from. If you can't get along with nobody, that's a red flag. It's a red flag
Like,
to
hey,
me
you know
personally.
what's crazy? Like,
If everybody else is
it.
always the problem, that's a red flag, bro. Because why you steady falling out with everybody? Why you can't maintain friendship? Why you? There's so many things, bro. And a lot of these young folks, a lot of them like that. It's cool. Yeah, you walk around and say you solo, you dolo. Not Irv Gotti. What's get Gotti, whatever Gotti. No one makes it to the
John
top
Gotti.
alone. John Gotti. Nobody makes it to the top alone. Famous quote. I've seen it in one of the movies. I never forgot that. And then when you go through life, you start to realize how true that is. Even now, even with what you do, sometimes the only way to get a job, the job can tell you they hiring. You put in a 2 applications. Unless you say you know somebody who already worked there, you might can't even get in.
Yeah, that's true.
It's not always what you know in this world. And the more you start to climb the ranks, you learn what you know is only good for you. Who you know will benefit the situation.
For real, man. Like,
But I'm being long winded. But I'll be trying. Hey, this is
no,
changing
you
knowledge, and
good,
I'll be
man.
trying to teach
You
people.
good, bro. I just at the end of the day, man, being able to accept the thing, like being able to accept. I was about to say, what they call them, a generic quote or whatever. But it is, I mean, it's fitting being able to accept the things we can't change and stuff does. or control does matter to us. You know what I mean? Because like we put a lot of pressure on ourselves trying to live up to something that, or like if she got expectations of you being, or she say she liked a certain kind of guy, like, and you not that kind of guy, bro.
Yeah,
Like, why do you feel like you got to change who you are to be specifically with her, or the other way around? Like, if
yeah,
he like a certain type of woman, why you feel like you got to go get the BBL or starve yourself to death to lose weight and all this stuff to fit in his world? It's not. If it wasn't happening at first, if they didn't notice you already,
mm-hmm.
then just keep it moving
Because you're
because
not gonna be
a
happy.
lot of people don't come back from that, fam. Because
Yeah,
that hurt, like not being accepted, that hurts, right?
for sure, for
It
sure.
don't hurt more than trying to be accepted and not being accepted still. Because you done did every damn thing you could and it still ain't work out. So why would you waste your energy on something that was never in your cards in the first place? And for to wrap this whole thing up for myself when it comes to this, like it's okay to date. It's okay. Like like bro was talking about last episode. Go to the different pools.
Yeah,
Like get out of the get out of this spot as a youngin. Like you ain't gotta be out here like SNF and everybody, but that go for men and women. You know what I mean?
facts,
But
facts.
at the end of the day, like you gain experience getting to know people. And I'm not saying like go too far outside of yourself. Trust your instincts, but at the same time, give yourself grace, give yourself a chance. And then, you never know, man. It might happen over here and it didn't happen over there. And one thing that you did say earlier, it's 9 billion people in this world.
Yeah,
People got doppelgangers. It's somebody that look just like bro, somebody that look just like me. Somebody that got his name, somebody got my name.
mm-hmm.
Like, not saying to go find them, but what I'm saying is personalities and characteristics. It is as much as it is spread out, it ain't
Mm-hmm.
that far off. Like, yeah, every snowflake might be individually designed.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you ever heard that quote? No
Yeah,
two
yeah,
snowflakes are the same.
yeah.
Yeah, they're not the same, but guess what? They're a snowflake. We're all
Still,
human beings. We
yep.
all still got personality and characteristics. So trust your instincts and don't be afraid to, get some experience. You know what I'm saying? That's hey, that's what I have for today, bro. You know what I'm saying? I feel like I
Yeah,
said, I felt like we just starting from where we started from. We covered a lot of different various topics along
yeah, yeah, yeah,
just
man.
that.
I
You know what I'm saying?
definitely enjoyed the conversation tonight, man. And just to end it off before I go into the would you rather real quick. The would you rather is a fun one, y'all, so don't worry about it. But yeah, man. Just protect the kids, and grow up. As harsh as it may sound, as harsh as it may sound,
I
get
rock with
out of
that.
your head. Get out of your heart sometimes and get in your head. That's just what you got to do.
Yeah,
There's a reason why the two are always in conflict. There are some decisions can be made with your heart, but most of them you got to use your head. Your heart is more delicate. See, your brain can learn and adjust. If your heart breaks, it just breaks.
yeah,
You know what I'm saying? If you start to lose love and you start to lose feeling and emotion and you start to become numb, that's just it. See, my mind can readapt. My mind can say, okay, I didn't like how that played out. I know what happened. I know what went wrong. I now know what to look for. So next time when I start to see them signs, I know how to avoid it and maneuver and detour. Once your heart get cracked, it's just cracked, bro. It's a different. So you want to protect your heart more because your mind is made for the decision making. Your heart ain't for
yeah.
that. Your heart is made to reap the benefits of good decision making. And I want that to sink with
I like
people.
that. I
I
like
want
that.
I want to sit with people. Your heart is the benefactor. It's supposed to reap the reward of the good decisions that your mind make. And that's what I want people to take away from this, amongst every other thing that they can pick away from. But that's what I really want people to take away from, even if it means protecting it, something that you thought you wanted or something that you thought you could have. Allow your mind to process the loss or the rejection. Allow your mind to deal with that. Your heart will be fine if you learn how to use your mind with the powers that it possesses. Your mind is made to do all of that. And that's what I want people to take away from that. So, with that being said, you ready to get into this fun and light would you rather, my boy?
Most definitely, man. Let's go for it.
All right. So, what we got today is a fun one, interesting. Would you rather have to sing along with every song you ever heard, or have to dance along to every song you ever heard? No matter where you was, where you at, what time it is. If you hear the song, you either got to sing along to it or you got to get up and just dance.
Come on, bro. We
I
already
ain't think
last
I
no, no,
I guess
no.
saying it out
Last
loud, it is
week,
a little harder than it was supposed to be. My bad.
last week it was either you don't want to eat or you don't want to sleep.
Yep, it
Now we
was.
either dancing or we singing.
Yep.
Both are equally exhausting. You
Every
know what I
single
mean? You
song.
get
So don't go to the club because you either singing all night or you dancing all night.
oh my God. I was not expecting that. To dance or sing along, bro. Like
No matter what the
I done
song
heard a
is,
lot of songs, dog.
it don't matter what kind of song it is. It can be Twinkle Twinkle Little Star. If you hear it, you either finna dance or you finna sing along. It don't matter. Ain't no restrictions. If it's music playing, you either singing along or dancing to the song.
I'm gonna go with, and I don't know. I might find the loophole in this one.
Go ahead.
I'm gonna go with dancing.
Okay.
A wise man once told me, well, he didn't tell me. It was on the movie Hitch, actually. He said, "Keep it right here."
That's
So
cool.
if that's all I gotta do for 5 hours, I mean, you in the car too. You in the car. You might go to Starbucks. You might like throughout your daily routine. How much music do you actually consume? That's a good starting
Yeah,
point.
I think it varies.
You know what
I
I'm
think
saying?
people who answer this question definitely have to keep those type of things in mind.
Yeah.
See, me,
That's
I can
so think about
control how
that
much
first.
music I hear because I do transportation, so I can control it. I can just turn the radio off. I don't have to listen to
Ah,
the radio.
this guy.
No,
I
because
got you. You
typically,
you
bro,
right.
I get
You
up
right.
early. I get up early, so typically in the morning, I don't want to hear too much music. I put on a podcast or something, and I rather listen to like conversation that early in the morning. But it's 5, 6 o'clock in the morning. I'm not trying to rock out. I'm still waking up. You know what I'm saying?
So are you riding with your windows up?
It depends. If it's nice out, I'll probably put them down. I'm the type of I ride with the AC on and the windows down. Like I do that in my own personal car.
So therefore, if I pulled up next to you, bumping Master P,
I'm gonna
you
probably
either
be sitting
rapping or
there
singing.
bobbing to my head, rapping to it. Yeah, because
So
so that's what I'm saying. I'm
you
choosing.
answered. So you gonna
Yeah, that's
choose
what I'm
what?
saying. My choice is I'd rather sing. Yeah, I'd rather sing along
Oh,
because I
okay.
do that
All
anyway.
right. All right.
I'd rather do that anyway
All right. Because I was
because I
about to
do that.
say, man,
No, I do
you
that
know,
anyway.
you can't dance, bro. You got two left feet.
I can't. I wouldn't say I got two left feet. I got two bad knees. I tell you that. And one of my hips don't seem like it's in place with the other one, so I can't move like I really, really want to.
Man, go
I can
see a
move when it matter.
chiropractor, man.
I can move when it matter,
Now,
but I can't move when I want to.
knowledge exchange. We're gonna start a GoFundMe. So B Mahoney can go get his hip, go get a chiropractor and get his body adjusted the way he
You know
needed
what?
to
If
be
y'all really
adjusted.
do it, If y'all really do it, I'm gonna take it. I ain't too good for it. I would surely appreciate it.
You ain't too good for it, bro. You
I'm never
almighty,
too
bro.
good for it. I've been before, so I know how beneficial. I've did chiropractic, I've did acupuncture. I know how beneficial it is.
Acupuncture.
Yep.
Acupuncture. I said it a little too fast and I just got to drinking. My
With the
mouth
needles,
off, whatever. Yeah.
I've done it. I
How
like
how
it.
does that go? Does it hurt?
They
Like,
pinpoint. No, you really don't even feel them. They put them in. They're cold, but it don't hurt. And it's like where it's
okay,
tension. So this is the before we go real quick. This is how I can explain it.
okay,
Um, I had a job that I used to work at, and so this was a part of like we could get off every morning, and if you scheduled it, you could go get them. You can like split like an hour. You can go get no, was it an hour or was it like 30 minutes? However long it was, you could split it, so you could get like a 15-minute massage and like 15 minutes of acupuncture. I believe it was 30 minutes because it was a nice rotation. And so I did that one day. So I did the 15-minute massage, and I told her like I ain't never did acupuncture before, whatever. So from the massage, she determined that my lower back was extremely tight and tense, and that's where she wanted to focus the acupuncture needles. The best way to put it is when she put them in there, I'm laying on my stomach. I'm in like the massage bed, so it's like how your face being like the thing.
yeah.
I can feel her putting some of them in, but after a while, it did kind of go numb. And then I remember telling her, like, are my legs still on the table? And she was like, what do you mean?
Damn.
Because I'm laying down. So I'm laying down flat. So this is my body. This is where my feet would have been. And it felt like with the needles in my back, like right here is my wrist. So she loaded this area up, like the lower back with needles. And it felt like after maybe 5 minutes, it felt like my legs were doing this.
Oh, that's
But
falling off
whole
the table.
it felt like it felt like they were just lifting, like in an
Oh, okay.
unnatural form. But she told me that was the pressure being released, and it was just making my veins open up or whatever. And you know, when you're done from the massages and all that, you drink a lot of water because the muscles release toxins, and you got to flush that out your system and all that. But yeah, if you haven't done acupuncture, try it.
So we're gonna start a GoFundMe for way too smooth to go get a
Let's do it. Let's do it. Let's do it.
why not, man? I ain't never done it before. But
Well, with
hey
that,
man, take us out, bro.
man, we appreciate y'all. Church on the Move. Thank y'all for tuning in week after week. Thank y'all for all the feedback. It's all being taken into consideration. Uh, the better we can get, you know, like we said earlier, the shares, the views, the comments, the likes, all that helps us get into the algorithm. The more that we can be seen, the more that we can present. So share it, man. If you like a topic, even if it's just a clip, just share it to people. We appreciate y'all. We thank y'all so much. I've been your boy B Mahoney,
Way too smooth. You out, man. Episode
and
10.
we out, man. Love y'all. Peace.